Hello, and welcome. It is February 21st, Friday. It is the last trading day of the week. It is currently 4:30 p.m. Beautiful weather we're having, sunny, 73 degrees here in Los Angeles. The market is, of course, closed. I just wanted to jump on this video and share with you the results that the Price Action Pivoter V5 automated trading system for NinjaTrader had trading the SPOOs today, which was deemed to be quote-unquote a news day by none other than CNBC. Dow drops 700 points for worst day of 2025. So far on new fears about economic growth. Aren't you scared? They're having live updates. Look at these two guys. They're professionals with their nice little jackets. They're terrified. You're not scared? Look at this. Look, they're in shock. The market has gone down. Honey, what is happening to this world? The market, honey, it went down today. They can't even talk to their wives anymore. They have to look down. They can't even look at their eyes anymore. They're in shock. Anyway, notwithstanding the over-exaggeration, slight over-exaggeration by CNBC, let's go ahead and take a look at what the market actually did as it hovers still over 6,000 on the SPOOs. So in any event, this is the first trade of the day, 707. It took a short trade. It booked the unrealized profit right there at 60.9825. The second trade, beautiful trade. It took the short at 60.96 again. The signals are firing off, and I've opened the signals now, but essentially you would not be opening the signals when this thing is, the TXT file that is storing the signals when this thing is running live. Feel free to do so afterwards. You could certainly touch the CSV data file because that's read-only, but try not to touch the TXT file. In any case, so this is the profit target that it hit. Boom, right there, 60.72. That's a $1,200 win. The third trade continues with the short trend. That's at 66.75. Booked the unrealized profit at 60.5950. The fourth trade entered another short trade, 60.45. It booked the unrealized profit at 60.3550. And the final trade of the day was short at 60.2975. It actually time exited at 60.31. So a 1.25 handle loss there. This number that you see, guys, that's in red, that means that I was in a short trade, and it only prints the last trade. I repeat, the last trade is the only thing that gets printed here in the bottom left corner. And if it's in red, it means you're in a short trade. If it's in blue, it means you're in a long trade. It doesn't mean that you were down 262 because it's red. It just means you were in a short trade. So technically what it means is this last trade was up, had an unrealized profit of 262.50 before that time exit. So let's take a look at the trades. Of course, this has been running since Wednesday morning at 6:33 a.m. is when it started looking for actual trades. I enabled the strategy at 6:25, though it takes 5 minutes for the strategy to actually kick in because the HigherEdgeAI model, this model right there, the HigherEdgeAI model is actually going to index the data that is being stored and written to in the CSV. It's going to index that. It's going to essentially commit it to your machine's memory. And then the programming that I've done in the background is essentially using every resource that you give it on your machine. So whether you have a server, a VPS, a computer, anything that it's trading on, a laptop that's got enough juice for it to be trading on it, please follow the hardware specs that I have on my website. If it's got that, then it's going to be essentially taxing it. It's going to use everything that you've got to make it run as fast as it can possibly run because we are doing this in real time, okay? Real-time machine learning. So let's take a look at the trades. This has all the trades from Wednesday until today. So those are the Wednesday trades. Those are the Thursday trades, 2 and 2 each. And then these are the trades for today. So this is what we've got so far for this week. It is 33, 37, 50 for the net profit, but the most important number in this entire set of metrics here, in my humble opinion, is this number, max drawdown 562. You always want to play defense first when you're trading, then worry about offense. Your defense has to be very strong, and that's your money management, that's your trade management, that's your stop, that's your profit target, that's your defense. And your rules, so that you have to stick to the rules that you have to come up with because, and I've said in many videos, you don't want to mess with your serenity, your peace. You want to trade in constant peace, whether it's up or down. You made money, you didn't make money, you still did not lose your peace. That means that you have to find the right balance where you're taking enough between your risk and reward, where you feel like, hey, that risk that I'm taking, I can live with that. I have peace with that. And that makes you, in my opinion, a better trader. So this is 33.37 for the net profit, the second most important number. Don't forget, you're going to have to still do commissions. So this is showing you everything but the subtraction for the commissions. Why don't I just put a number in there and be done with this thing? Because you may be paying $4 round trip. The next person might be with Interactive Brokers and not with the brokerage that you're with, and they're paying $5 or whatever it is that they're paying. And so you have to sort of, figure that number out by yourself. So let's say, just to make the numbers easy, this was 10 trades. If it was $5 round trip, you would subtract $50 from that 33.37.50. Okay, so 3,337.50 minus $50 if you had 10 trades and it was $5. So this is what I have to share for you guys. Actually, let me just show you the strategy too really quickly so that you see this has been running. I have not rebooted since Wednesday. This has been running. And again, I always have the resource task manager available so I can see where we're at. If it hits 80 even for a few seconds, I'm going to reboot it. Now this that I'm trading on has got 32 gigabytes of memory. It's an old tech i7 from the year 2021. So if you've got anything beyond 2023, you'll probably have a much better machine than I do. And it's still running well on this weaker old generation machine. Okay, so most machines should be able to work, but just please follow the hardware specs that I have on the website, right underneath the order page. In fact, let me show it to you guys just in case. I love these two guys. That's fantastic. What a facial reaction. So this is right underneath that. You're going to see the actual specs, minimum system requirements. Okay, so please follow that. Let me show you the strategy. So you can see it's the same. I haven't changed anything. It's exactly as it was yesterday. Okay, some back tests just for ES and NQ all the way from 6.2 to 2.18. So on the website, you'll see the back test that's running from 6.2 until 1.14. So January 14 of 2025. So I ran the signals again just for the remainder of the time. So until 2.18, I just added it to the additional signals that were already on the website. And if you guys need it, you can always download it from the website as far as the signals that I have for NQ and ES. So at least June 2nd until January 14th will be covered for you. Whatever is missing since then, you just run the signals on a chart by enabling V5Ai and produce the signals, copy and paste those signals into the main TXT file that you're going to be running the backtest on, which in my case is right there. Okay, and that's it. You run the backtest. This is what I got for NQ. Compare that to what's on the website later on. And these are the results so far. Hypothetical backtested results. That was for NQ, and this was for ES. Okay? So this is 1 tick of slippage, NQ is 2 ticks of slippage. And this is also to 218, as you can see here as well. And total number of trades you can see. And don't forget to subtract commissions. So assume, just to make the numbers easy, this was 1,000 trades. Multiply that by 5. Okay, let's say that'd be $5,000. So you subtract that from that $155,000. You'd end up with $150 there over this 8-month give or take period right there of backtesting. And this, I believe, is sufficient enough backtesting. But I do have clients who've done amazing work, by the way, who've shared their signals and their, their backtested results using their signals. And they've gone back a year and a half. And it's basically just extrapolate the numbers. It's pretty much across the board. It's going backwards. But the results have been very impressive to me as far as the backtested results there. So same thing here, approximately 8 months. You guys can see it. All right, so that's all I have to share for this video. Hope this has been helpful. Until next time, take care of yourselves and God bless.